Okay, hey guys, welcome back to a long-form video. I've been actually thinking kung kailan ako magbabalik to making long-form content here on the channel, and this is it. Now, context first, I will still be doing the movie reviews that I've been doing for quite some time dito sa channel, pero lately kasi parang na-enjoy ko yung mga video, podcast kind of thing. So I will do more of this like chill review direction. Still talking to you guys, but more conversational. For this video, we'll be talking about Hello, Love Again. Okay, so in this, we'll be talking about the themes about the movie. We'll be talking about the success. I want to answer specifically yung tanong, is it better than the first film? Is it better than the predecessor, Hello, Love, Goodbye? So there's so many things that we want to talk about here. Of course, at the end of this, I'll be giving my rating. That's something na hindi ko siya tatanggalin dito sa reviews natin, no? So let's dive in. Let's talk about, first and foremost, a bit of context. Now, Hello, Love Again is a sequel to, of course, the hit film Hello, Love, Goodbye. Now, Hello, Love, Goodbye, if I'm not mistaken. Now, while it's loading, I think around 2019. Okay, so this was released 2019. And the context of the film actually is right after the events of Hello, Love, Goodbye. Hello, Love Again picks up right where we left off. So it makes sense. Hello, Love, Goodbye was in 2019. There were some elements in this film that dealt with the pandemic. So medyo mas seamless siya now knowing na 2019 siya. It's how many years right after the first film, and we're also following Joy and Ethan in 2024. Is it better than Hello, Love, Goodbye? Now, in terms of, let's first say sales, obviously, grabe yung reception nito. It has reached the 1 billion mark. If I'm not mistaken, Hello, Love, Goodbye in its entire run reached mga 800 million in total sales. And kid you not, the first day, we didn't watch Hello, Love Again nung unang release niya, like Wednesday. Wednesday usually kasi dito sa Philippines, yung pagpalit ng movies, no? But then we didn't watch it on Wednesday, but we saw the lines. And we saw the theaters. They were jam-packed. In terms of reception, it beat it there. Pero the question that a lot of people I've been hearing a lot in terms of the reception with this, and alam ko mixed review siya, is that the story was not needed. Meaning, how Hello, Love, Goodbye ended was okay, was already satisfying enough, it was open-ended, that we didn't need this sequel, almost as if this sequel is a money-making machine to draw in people. And it looks like it is in terms of what it's doing in the theaters, in the box office. But my answer to this, my hot take on this is it's not a question of if it's better, but rather I feel like Hello, Love Again offers something completely different. Think of it almost tonality-wise, sobrang magkaiba. Kung ano yung offer ni Hello, Love, Goodbye in terms of the drama, in terms of the heaviness, it's way different now because I feel like it's showing the growth also, not just in terms of the characters, but even in the movie in itself, the story in itself. It's two different seasons, two different versions of Joy and Ethan. In a sense, Hello, Love, Goodbye, the third Goodbye, is supposedly a bit more heavy, a bit more bleak-ish type of ending, when again is about hope. And that's where the big difference for me, nandun siya. Hello, Love Again is more hopeful, it's more feel-good. It's more on the balance of rom-com, the perfect balance for me when it comes to the romance scenes. And I think mas nakakilig siya. Para sa akin lang, mas nakakilig itong Hello, Love Again. And it's also very funny. I think that's what makes it, and it's a perfect balance between the two. And ako personally, kaya ako siya mas nagustuhan compared to Hello, Love, Goodbye, is I think I've come into this age where I want to go into a movie and feel good. I want to go and laugh and feel like, I know maybe some mas gusto nila na, oh, hindi to realistic. Hindi naman magkakatulong mga bitter dyan. Comment kayo pag bitter kayo, di ba? Pero, I mean, a lot of people might want to see a movie that's a bit more closely grounded to reality. But I feel like this, in terms of its tone, maganda pa rin siya in that sense kasi na masaya siya. You go into it feeling happy, you go out feeling happy. And don't get me wrong, there are emotional moments. There are moments na talagang susuntukin ka sa tiyan o susuntukin ka sa puso mo na parang, ano nangyayari? But then, at the end of it, it's still a feel-good kind of film. To those who say na dapat nag-end na siya sa Hello, Love, Goodbye, maybe, if you really wanted to end, you don't necessarily have to see this. But I also don't agree with it that it ruined it. I feel like it's just a different season. It's just a different page or different chapter in the story. And therefore, if you want to journey with them in that chapter, it's a different feeling altogether. Don't expect it to be exactly the same, but it's still good altogether. Now, moving on, I want to talk about the themes. What I like about this film is that it deals a lot with, and this is a bit of where I'm going to camp for the next couple of minutes. It deals a lot about the OFW experience. And to be honest, I'm not well versed with it. Basically because I'm not an OFW. I've not worked overseas. And to be honest, in the perspective of someone who hasn't gone through that, the perception sometimes is mixed. You hear camps or people that say, I wanna make great, I wanna mas magandang buhay abroad, mas maganda yung benefits and all of these things if you work abroad and all of these. There's others who also paint the picture na syempre na mahirap siya, mahirap mawala sa mahal mo sa buhay, mahirap na you're a second class citizen, you're not really, there's the feeling of being ostracized, of the racism and all of these things that play together. And what I like about Hello Love Goodbye, and it brings it back again in Hello Love Again, is the fact that you still get that picture of the OFW experience, wherein you get to see again what that entails and the different possible reactions and standings of people in that situation. So take Ethan for example, nung nasa Hong Kong sila in Hello Love Goodbye, he was actually very well versed already, stabilized in a way, and was already building his career there in future. Joy now goes into this new world of going to Canada, and I love how she painted the picture na ganyan talaga. There's this one scene of her and Ethan and she said, ganun talaga, pag bago ka sa isang bansa, simula ka talaga sa ilalim. And that was towards this moment where Ethan was doing like really hard labor work, like cleaning, like things you wouldn't want to do as a domestic helper, like cleaning feces, pee, taking out the trash and all these things. And you'd understand, syempre, as Ethan, he was already in the brink of success in Hong Kong. So now he's experiencing things again in a new way. Joy is here working hard because she has this view of this is not necessarily where she'll find her freedom or her success per se, but she knows that this is where she will thrive and that she needs to put the hard work. So two different mentalities, two different even egos coming in, yung pride, and just even the volatile nature of their relationship because of this was highlighted really well. But I love the fact that again we're looking into a picture of OFWs, the struggles of being undocumented, of, I guess it breaks that mindset para sa kapwa natin na kababayan na hindi siya all glamorous. I really have to give credit where credit is due because it's really difficult for OFWs, for the people who are there, because it's no joke. I mean, this film, I like how this franchise does paint that picture. And it's not just puro love story. Na yung love story nila, kaya din nagkakagulo, kaya din ganito yung nangyayari, is because there's a bigger story at play, which I felt was well addressed. I also love the fact that in terms of timeline, again, 2019 release yung Hello Love Goodbye. In the middle of that, they were able to address what happened, which is of course the pandemic. And it made me think actually, paano yung mga pumunta sa isang bansa, kunyari si Ethan, pumunta siya para bisitahin si Joy, and nag-pandemic, na-stuck siya doon. So, how was it, right? Like, could he get a job? How would he make an income? Technically, he is undocumented. He's there. Technically, siguro, noong time na yun, di ba, parang bakasyon lang dapat eh. Tapos biglang na lockdown and all of these things. So how does that work? And the stress, the struggle of being an OFW, of being in another country during that time, it was, I think, well communicated. One of the things that came up, obviously, also with the first film is the unbelievable face. It sounds, now thinking about it, sounds very discriminatory. Na parang Kathryn and Alden don't look like they're OFWs. They don't look like DH, that they're domestic helpers and whatnot. And to be honest, that sounds so shady of a comment. Realistically speaking, yes, maybe, because maybe hindi talaga pinagmukhang haggard and all, parang ang ganda pa rin, parang airbrush pa rin and everything. But what I do appreciate more than that is the casting choices. Film-wise, I love how super on point pa rin ang acting ni Alden and ni Kathryn. And kudos also to the direction of Kathy Molina Sampana. I think she still manages to get every ounce of emotion. The script writing was on point. But yes, they may not look the part, but they definitely delivered on their part. I think Joross has mastered the art of being a supporting actor that highlights how crucial they are. As much as I want Joross to be in the front and center, I think they've tried with other films before. Joross has mastered how to be, and I realized this while watching the film, it's so difficult to be a supporting cast member and letting people shine and you taking a step back. Because we all have the main character syndrome. We want to be the star, but no one wants to be just the support. But to support them in such a way that makes them shine all the more and have that ability to bring in humor into a film like this that the others may not really do, may not be their main job, was really great. I compare Joross to Chandler Bing of Friends. Yung slight lang na comment niya bigla, na nakakatawa yun na, paano niya naisip? It just feels that way, and the execution is brilliant. Cinematography lang. I think in terms of cinematography, I realize there's more that we can improve still. Even with the advancements of technology, one of the things that I saw, me and my wife were talking about it while we were watching, with Hello Love Again, one of the biggest inconsistencies lang was the use of green screens, and that's the difficulty there. Na parang hindi mo alam kung green screen siya o hindi. And that's a bit, you have to be cautious there. It has to be seamless na hindi mo siya mahahalata. Pero ito parang, second guess ka. So that is something that has to be, I think, fixed. There were moments that were medyo blurry, sila Alden and C. There was one specific scene, I never forget it. Joross and Alden walking from one end of the street to another, and they were blurry for the most part. And you can't actually figure out kung saan yung focus. There were moments na badly lit siya, too bright, too out of place yung lighting. So I think that is the only comment I have for this film that didn't really work for me, and therefore that's why I give it a 9 out of 10, a solid 9 out of 10. I do love everything else about it, but that's the only thing. So that's it for this. I want to talk more about other videos or movies as well in other episodes. So stay tuned. My next one will be about Wicked. That's going to be an interesting conversation as well. So that's it. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and make every day into an adventure. I'm glad to be back, and I hope you guys go along with this adventure with me once again. Thank you and bye. Peace. God bless.